Welcome to the Meet Me at the Bridge broadcast with your host, Minister Karen Rose Tanner. Join Minister Karen each week for your bridge experience and be encouraged to step away from the crossroads and follow God's plan that will bridge you to your next assignment.
Hello and welcome to Meet Me at the Bridge. I'm your host, Minister Karen Rose Tanner, and with me today I have a very, very special guest. This is Mr. Perry Clay. He is with Hampton Roads Haven P&P Recovery, and this is a man of jack of all trades, a powerful man of God, and he has a powerful testimony that I want to share with you all today. He is truly a bridge over troubled waters. So, welcome to Meet Me at the Bridge.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you. This gentleman is a very humble person, and he has such a powerful testimony. But he's near and dear to my heart because right behind us is Hampton Roads Haven. It is a transitional home for women here in Norfolk, Virginia. He has been running this house for how many years now?
2 years.
For 2 years now, but the house has been in existence for well over 20 years as Barrett Haven. Now it's Hampton Roads Haven, and now it's been touched by his powerful hands and the things that he's doing in this season through this house. But he also has men's houses too, and I thought that it would be very important to bring him on the show to talk about his journey and what he's doing to help women and men in transition. So tell us a little bit about you, your background.
So the mission and the passion comes from my own experience, Ms. Tanner. Oldest of 5 children, inner city, Philadelphia, single mom. My mom graduated she graduated college with 5 kids.
Awesome.
And so I was in the audience when she got her bachelor's. So that was exciting, and watching her determination. Former Marine. So I got off the block to go into the Marine Corps.
You regimented.
to try to straighten me up, but I'm more a man of God than Marine now.
Amen.
Yeah. So it took 10 years to get the Marine Corps kind of like out of my system a little bit, but it's still there. So my experience coming home from the Marine Corps, there were some issues, definitely drugs and alcohol. It kind of affected my relationships and my employment and everything like that. And so I found a way out, and I wanted to help. My whole motive for doing this and my whole motive for doing this is to help restore women and men, and restore fathers, sons, nephews, grandsons. So that's what we do. We try to restore. So that's a little bit about me.
So what was the defining moment or the open door for you to begin doing what you do, and kind of share with us what you do as well?
Okay. So I work for 5 housing authorities, 3 of them here locally in Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach and Norfolk and Portsmouth. And so property management, 28 years, and then 31 years without drugs and alcohol. So I combined the two. Really got the politics kind of like got me out of the property management thing, because I wanted to serve the residents the way God was directing me to serve them. And I was kind of hit with some barriers. So I kind of walked away from corporate America and followed
His path.
Followed the vision that he had for me, and it's worked out very well. So I'm now able to serve him in my occupation. I'm able to match my occupation with my belief.
So how many houses do you have? You have this one women's house, Barrett Haven, Hampton Roads Haven, but how many houses do you have?
So we have 4 men's houses currently. We had 6. We just shut one down at the beach, but we do have 2 in Virginia Beach, 1 in Norfolk, 1 in Newport News. We are going to open up Portsmouth and Suffolk here. God is leading me out to the countryside, over the highways and the byways.
Exactly.
So that's up in the next 6 to 9 months. We hope to open up 2 more houses in Portsmouth and Suffolk.
What did it take for you to open that first house? What was some of the things you needed to do in order to get it up and running?
So number one, have your own house in order first.
Good news. Yeah.
What
good
is
advice.
it? Is it Joshua that says, as for me and my house?
To serve the Lord.
So I had to get my whole house on one accord with this investment property.
Right.
So I had to have my house taken care of first, and then took some money saved from a 401k from corporate America, opened that first house, And it was, it was a struggle for a few months. But that first house kind of like put us on the map. We have two contracts, by the way. We have a contract with City of Virginia Beach and the City of Chesapeake, working on a contract with the City of Newport News. It was furniture, it was cosmetic, it was plumbing, it was electrical, it was, getting all the schematics in order. It was boots on the ground marketing.
Right. I believe it. I mean, the city of Norfolk is a need. The whole 7 cities, there's a need for homelessness. And when I met you years ago, and you were like, "Hey, I want Barrett Haven," I was like, "Hold on, I still have a passion for it." But you came in, you took over the operations here, and I think you have done a phenomenal job. And it continues to grow and grow. So where was that first house? Was it in Norfolk?
It was in Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, okay.
But our primary source was detox for the City of Virginia Beach, the psych centers, the hospitals. People coming out, they need a place to go. A safe environment coming off of drugs and alcohol is key. Sometimes they can't get back home to their environments because people are drinking and drugging. The streets and mental health and homelessness is huge when you're trying to recover from drugs and alcohol. We went to drug court, the jails. 50% of our residents start to come from jails. Norfolk Drug Court is huge right now for women. We get a lot of women from Norfolk Drug Court.
Wow.
Yeah, that's one of the big ones right now.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of women houses at all. So
well, that's like a niche that's taking women. So let's back up for a second. So what are the type of peoples that are coming to your men's shelters and this women's shelter here?
Yeah, so like I said, 50% is re-entry from jails and penal institutions. We also have the detoxes, the psych centers, the VA hospital, veterans is huge, homeless shelters, the missions and the different shelters. The reason why I want to go to Suffolk pretty much is I keep getting a call from a female shelter in Suffolk that has no resources, and so that's a pretty big one. So we get them from all over. We get family members that just go on the website. We get rehabs from Florida, California.
Wow.
Yeah.
Trying to relocate, or they were in the prison system, or
they're just they have kids here. We got a lot of former Navy that served in the Navy here in Hampton Roads, and they have kids here and they want to come back here.
Oh, okay.
They kind of lost their way, and so they got a really good rapport and relationship with Hampton Roads. When people talk about Hampton Roads, it really is something special about in their hearts about Hampton Roads, so they want to come back.
And the penal system seems like they keep reaching out to you saying, we want to get these folks in here. And so if you know of someone who needs somewhere to stay, who has had these type of issues and concerns going on in their lives, definitely I want you to reach Mr. Perry. What's the best number that they can reach you?
757-752-2070, or go on our website, pprecovery.org, or just Google P recovery houses.
Yeah, that's important. And I get phone calls every day. I send them to you. But just the folks that are calling here, the mental health facilities, the different shelters, the hospitals. I mean, so I understand the phone calls you're getting, because I get them and I forward them to you because I'm connected to you in this house here. But what are some of the supports if someone is watching this, or a family member is watching and said, "Hey, I think I'm interested in that program"? When they come to you, what are the support systems that you put in place to support them?
Yeah, so number one, we definitely get them assessed if they have mental health issues. A lot of them have been off their meds for years. They have been self-medicating. So they've been diagnosed bipolar depression, anxiety in the past, and just been off their meds. So we try to get them assessed through the community service boards. There's a lot of mental health agencies, so they can either get back on their meds, also get some therapy. There's been childhood trauma that they need. Faith-based, definitely the faith-based community, the churches, get them back. A lot of people have had success in church, serving the Lord, choir, usher, things like that, and we want to get them back in that environment, prayed over. 12-step programs, AA, NA, huge things like that. Some structure. We have a structure here. We do urinalysis. They have curfews. They have chores. So we get them. Self-sufficiency is huge. Primary care physician, vision, dental, Section 8 listings. We try to get them on Section 8 listings so eventually they can get get on their feet, things like that. Resources from families, of course, supplemental food, toiletries, holidays. We want them to come back to their families during the holidays. This facility here has a clothing bank.
Yes.
It's just huge. I mean,
yes.
When the women come here and they have access to clothing coming from, they don't have anything. It's just phenomenal to have this clothing bank here. They have a computer lab here.
Yeah.
Job search. I mean, most job applications are online, Food Lion or anything like that. So this facility has a van for transportation where we can transport them.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, you transport them to
resources.
Job interviews, to doctor's appointments. It's just it's just exciting that we can be a resource here. But family support is huge to mostly try to understand and not just say pull yourself up by your bootstrap, but try to have empathy and compassion that coming off drugs and alcohol is hard.
Right, it is.
And also re-entry into society is hard. Computer literacy, things like that. So
going back, we definitely want to let you see what that B-Mart looks like. It's got clothes and shoes, and we like to restock it even with food. I was here the other day with my sorority sister, and I walked through. I said, hey, tell your sorority sisters we want to fill the cabinets, stock the clothes. I'm particular now, new and gently used clothes. I had the pleasure of going shopping for one of the ladies last night, this weekend rather, and so we're always looking for all sizes from 0 to size 22, 24. I mean, we really want nice things, shoes from 6 to 12. So if you have men's clothes, women's clothes, because you have two shelters. So if you're watching this program, you have some men's clothes, some gently used men and women's clothes, contact us at 757-752-2070. Let Mr. Clay know. He'll arrange for you to drop it by. But please, nice things. Don't just bring me something out the closet or it's tore up, you don't want to throw it away. If you think it needs to be thrown away, throw it away. But we really appreciate the support. And another thing I'd like to even do a pitch for you too is linens and washcloths and towels and cleaning products and comforters and pillows and sheets. I think that's important too. I know when the women were coming in, I wanted to make sure they had their own brand new towels, washcloths, pillows, comforters, because when you're coming in, you want to feel like you have a sense of something that's new, almost like a new birth, a new growth, and you want something new when you're coming here. So if you're thinking about sowing into this ministry, I call it a ministry because this is a man of God, and for him to do this for men and women, he has to have a love for God's people. So if you want to support or do anything, reach out to Mr. Perry. Now, if they wanted to give financial donations to you, would you want them to bring it to Hampton Roads Haven or to PNP Recovery? Because they can do either one.
Yeah, they can do either one. Hampton Roads Haven, of course, is a fundraising effort.
Yeah.
Minister Karen is not going to tell you about her vision, but we got some land behind us over here where she wants to do a development.
Yes.
And if we can get some developers or some architects or some engineers that may want to donate some services, there's a vision for a 4-story building on this land.
Yes.
In conjunction with the city of Norfolk. That is her vision and passion. And that's her legacy, and so
our legacy, the legacy for the city of Norfolk and the 7 cities.
Right. That's right. So
God gave us the vision, and so we're just trying to walk it out.
What I would do for the PNP Recovery financial donations is probably update some computers and some network things like that. Furniture. The furniture always gets worn out as far as sofas and dining room tables and things like that. That's what we would use it for. So just to upgrade, we upgraded all the cable TVs and things like that. So that's what we would use it for. I'm sure the men's houses could use a van. Anybody got a van donation they want to use? The women have a van, but the men don't. So that's what we would use it for.
Yeah, any support is accepted and appreciated. And for any of the houses, because I can't just talk about Hampton Roads Haven and not talk about your other properties, but how many people can be housed in this house and how many people in your men's shelters? Yeah,
so this is a 11 woman house. We always keep a bed vacant for an emergency situation. So this 11 woman house. The Norfolk house is a 9-man house. We do have an 8-man house and a 7-man house in Virginia Beach. The Newport News house is an 8-man house. So Probably total 45 beds right now. We had 53 beds, like I said, but we had to close one of the houses down. We did relocate everybody to other houses
Yes.
and other beds. We did not make anybody homeless.
Didn't make them homeless again.
COVID, we do have COVID relocation procedures. So if someone does test positive, we relocate them to a quarantine location until they quarantine and test negative. They can come back to the location.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I know why God called us to do this great work, because there is a great work out there to be done. And we can only do what we do with support from you, support from the community, support from those who believe in God's vision, who believes in sowing into others. And this is truly good ground. This is truly good ground. This house has been in existence for over 20 years and it's going to continue to remain open, but it can remain open because he's doing a great work and we need your support too. So if there's some sororities, some churches, some organizations who are looking to volunteer, what can they do if someone wants to volunteer? What are some things that they can come here and do at the house?
So the faith-based community, we need Bible studies. If you want 2 or 3 of your congregational members to set a night where they can come to the house and do Bible studies at the dining room table. All houses need that. We believe in that. We're not all medications. We're not all 12-step programs. We do believe in faith-based, so they can do that. We always need yard work, landscaping, exterior type
yard.
work.
He gets tired coming out here in the summer months. Somebody bring him a glass of lemonade.
Yeah, we could always use any manpower like that as far as that.
Yeah.
Transportation needs, if you want to help transport guys to their medical appointments and also to the church and the 12-step programs, so that would be good. So that's pretty much IT. Always need IT help. So
yes.
You got any IT, you want to come volunteer and get our computer lab viruses off of the computers. Every house has a computer. Have 2 computers, so they're kind of a little dated, but so they can always use some configuring and updating.
And just to clarify a little bit more, I know in the past we were considered a transitional home for women. And so what we weren't taking women who were pregnant. So I just want to specify so when who's watching this, they'll know the type of clients that we're able to bring into this house specifically.
Yes, so we primarily deal with substance abuse, recovery from substance abuse, drugs and alcohol, and other substances is our primary concern. But most substance abusers have dual diagnosis. They have mental health issues. So we do deal with a lot of mental health agencies. Homeless, you can come in homeless if your primary reason for being homeless is drugs, alcohol, or mental health. So that's pretty much who we deal with. Not like a rooming house where you just pay your rent, because it is a program. There is some structure. So and sometimes people that just want a rooming house don't want the structure as far as the attendance at meetings or faith-based and things like that. So
are they required to pay rent at some point, or is it on a sliding scale, or how does that work?
Yeah, most jurisdictions may help 1 month or 2 months rent. Then they have to pay monthly rent. We do weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. So at some point they do need to become self-sufficient in the first 90 days. And
to become self-sufficient, you have to help them find a job. So it's a requirement. So if you know of someone that has a job but they just don't have anywhere to live, they can be here for a transitional moment. I know at one point we were keeping them for at least 24 months, but what's the time frame you think here now?
It's unlimited.
Awesome.
As long as you follow the rules and things like that, and you have the need. As long as you have the need and you follow the rules, it's unlimited. We don't want to force anybody out that's not ready to go out. You said employers. We have manpower. If you have a construction company, landscaping company, cleaning, janitorial company,
yes, and
you are short staffed, you call me in the morning. Hopefully there may be somebody around the house that can jump in that's really willing to work. So if you want to call me, I have manpower, and I'll recommend some people to you.
And also too, domestic violence. Women who've experienced domestic violence have been known. This house is known for that. So if you know on someone who has been experiencing domestic violence and need a safe place to be, this is definitely a safe place. We have security and we have things put in place to keep this as a safe and secure home within this community here in Norfolk.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
Yeah, that's another thing. With all the things that he said, also too, we still continue to see women who have experienced domestic violence come here too. So this is truly a safe place. We're hoping when this COVID situation lulls down and we're able to be together even more, we'll do what's called homeless for one night. We did this years ago where we would sleep out all night for homelessness to experience what it's like to actually be homeless. And so that's something that we're looking to do in 2022 again. And it's like a small fundraiser, but I just truly believe that God is going to give provision for this vision. And he's going to always keep this house in order and running, and then the other endeavors that he has. So you mentioned a house in Newport News. Is that going to be up and running soon?
That house has been open for 60 days. Yeah.
Yay.
That's
Awesome.
a nice house. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It is right on the border. It's 4 blocks from Hampton, Kickotan Road. I'm very proud of it. It's 3 blocks from the water. The guys can walk down and go fishing. It's on the bus route. So really excited about the Newport News opportunity. It's hard to manage all of these locations. So again, not only employers, you didn't say to send me resumes or nothing. You didn't say
Well,
that.
hey, I hadn't gotten there yet. If you want to volunteer, how about that? If you want to volunteer at this house or any other P&P recovery houses, definitely call 757-752-27. Ask for Perry Clay. You've got talk to us about your interns and the folks that you have working with you right now.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
for bringing that up. So we've had a relationship with ODU University probably for the past 18 months. We've every semester they send us 2 interns, social work, psychology majors, and what we do is we train them boots on the ground to be caseworkers, hands-on caseworkers. So when they graduate, they have hands-on experience with helping people from substance abuse. We teach them how to interview. We teach them everything like that. We recently got a Regent University's master's intern,
Yes.
which I'm excited about. So we're starting to have some relationships with some local universities, and they've been very effective. We've had some interns develop a checklist, which involves housing and primary care physician and dental. We've had interns develop a nutrition plan, which is huge for recovery. So thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate that.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just excited sitting here listening to you because just remembering everything that this house offers. It's so much, and it's a gem in this community, but all your houses are gems in the community. And so I hope that if you know of someone that needs a safe place to recover, get themselves back on their feet, definitely consider us as an opportunity. Consider P&P recovery houses as an opportunity. So tell me something. I know we're young chickens right now, but as time progresses, how do you see this legacy that we have here going forward?
Well, I just see it growing. There's a huge need, and there's no limits to our Father and his. There's no limits. It's unlimited, and He'll give us the courage, faith, and everything like that. So I just see it expanding and growing to far-reaching. Maybe just not Hampton Roads, but maybe to, of course, Elizabeth City and Ohaski and Moorhead.
Oh, yes.
And all of our neighbors there that have issues and things like that. We did get a gentleman from Eastern Shore, Accomack County. They have nothing there.
Wow.
So, yeah.
We're coming. We're coming in that direction. Asking God to enlarge our territory.
Yes.
Enlarge our territory, because this is so needed, and I hope that whoever's watching this broadcast will want to sow into this ministry as well. If you have Cash App, if you want to sow into this ministry, you can send it to my Cash App is $Karen Rose T, or you go to my website at www.KarenTannerMinistries.com. You can fill in to say, hey, I want to help out at this house, I want to volunteer. If you didn't catch all the information of what he shared, we're just looking for it. Doesn't matter who you contact, you'll get into the right position with the right person, so you can be a support to what God is doing here in this community. I am so glad that we are here. I look forward to seeing what God is going to do in the future with not only P&P recovery, but this land right here. It's a great vision. It's a great opportunity that we can serve veterans. We can serve families, men with children. I mean, I just really see forecasting, vision casting, what could happen here in the future for this land and for what you're doing here in Hampton Roads Haven.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Well, again, I just want to thank you for watching. Meet me at the bridge. We're here at one of our houses, the Hampton Roads Haven house, and we're glad that you tuned in to this broadcast. It airs on the Revealed Word Network every Saturday at 2 o'clock. I thank you for watching us, and thank you for allowing me to highlight this honorable bridge that God has built through Mr. Perry, and that bridging our friendship, our love for people to do a mighty work in God's kingdom. So thank you for watching. Meet me at the bridge.
I hope you enjoyed this week's broadcast of Meet Me at the Bridge that airs every Saturday at 2 p.m. here on the Revealed Word Network. Go to the website www.KarenTannerMinistries.com and sign up to meet at a bridge near you. Stay connected to the ministry, and thank you for watching Meet Me at the Bridge.